spot called Joe's. The vibe was kinda warm, so I said hello. Saw his crew right again, right after the show. The chat started simple, then it started to flow. It quickly got deep. First, it was just a group, then it was just him and me talking. Before I knew it, we was walking to the road. It was cold outside, but the sky was full of stars.
Our first feature, he is a native New Yorker of Afro Dominican descent. He is a poet and a DJ. His work appears in the International Poetry Review, published by the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. And in the Barber Shop Chronicles, published by Penmanship Press. He has performed his work all over New York City, the Bay Area, Eugene, Oregon, which is real just random. I love Eugene. Baltimore, DC, Honolulu, and a few other places. He has served as co-editor of the Acentos Review, an urban word mentor, a facilitator with the Alzheimer's Project, and as production manager of the Bowery Poetry Club. Among other jobs and tasks, he performs all over the city. That's really random. Put your hands together and show a lot of love for our first feature, Eliel Lucero.
Give it up for your host, Gemineye. I like these rickety looking music stands. Little skeleton. I wish there was a table. Oh, you know what? Just stay right there. It's performance art. Just, yeah. I'm not going to sit down. I just want my beer closed. I understand. Gotta rewind the pilot. Good evening, it's an honor to be here. Thanks Mike Geffner and Marv and Elaine and Kyle and everybody else. If I said your name right, Kyle? It's Kyle, right? And Gemineye and everybody else. Been a part of this little community here for a bit. And it's my pleasure to share my work and shit like that. Eliel is God is God in Hebrew. I'm a Dominican with a Hebrew name, blame the Bible. And I grew up in the Upper West Side, so it helped. Some people get that. It's cool. God is God, Eliel. How my mother scrolled through the section in the Bible where one name begot the next, the section where first and final is all you remember. How she fine-tooth combed through the scroll of names, how she found 3 syllables, 5 letters, without knowing the meaning of what it would mean to the second son. How God is God became my name, how my parents feared their silent creator, how their prayers were answered as random as lottery, how this God only appeared in print. How bedtime stories were about destruction, how God is love but carries death. How his wrath I feared, how I feared my name. God is God, a name I kept. An idea I lost, and when I grew, I refused to believe a name carrying praise wasted. I'm faithless. I am faithless. God is not God. Now I rewrite, make us backward as I. Dog is dog, after what I believe to be true. After an animal who comforts, after fact away from myth, against a God who is silent. So, most of you, some of you at least, have been to the place that we shall never mention again, for Inspire Word, where I used to DJ. And I DJed here once, but I have to walk through the kitchen and shit, and then behind the stock room, through the beer room, and then get stuck in that little box, so I can't DJ here. I miss it though. I miss DJing for the Inspire Word, and a month hasn't gone by yet, but it's sad. This is like a tribute to music. I want a train car called Groove, rotating on 45 revolutions per minute. The third rail shakes the tracks on 140 beats per minute. The train car has a rush hour crowd, but nobody is sitting. The air conditioner rattles percussion. The conductor boxes beats into the AP. Crack goatskin, pluck nylon, strum steel, hit rim shot after rim shot. Hold up brass, give it life. Hold up woodwind, imagine, blow. One groove, one needle. 12-inch wax oracle, leave your tools alone and they'll still sing. So hail selector. Give thanks for needle, wax, technique, mixer, tweeters, horn, bass. The devil is in the bass. And this 5 p.m. hustle, suits are torn, sweat is lubricant, and we have this one track, one needle, one blessed piece of wax. Gods and government have forsaken us, and this too will dance through. So make us blacksmith orchestra. Let the love gun funk with us. Give us a zoot suit swing, a dirty skanky ska, dance floor dogma, Rasta punk rock. Give us Robert Nesta's redemption song. Give us Lucky Dubay's Rasta Man's prayers. Give us Bronx Boogaloo. Mothership Intergalactic, make us Bayless Kids, Chumpin' Funk, Jungle Jip Joint Jamboree, Dance Inducer, Sweat Breaker, Body Quaker, and music we trust. In this rhythm, we're drunk. So make us music. Make us God. Make us worthy of funk. And it's too easy to just take my shit off before I come here, so I do the second poem, I'm getting hot because the shit is good type of thing. It's a cliche, but it works, sometimes you still gotta hold on to them. My hair is long and unruly. This is the second time I've grown out my hair. And first time with my beard, and people ask me why, and this time it's just because I'm lazy and shit. The first time there was a reason, and that's what this poem's about. Oh, Erica likes it. Actually, Erica was the one that kept telling me to write this poem. For about, it took me like 2 years. You'll see her later. She's awesome. So is well. Anyway. This hair is too long. My curls pronounce mutiny and rebel against my brush. Each strand doing what it fancies, deciding where to steer my head. And I am ready to cut each lock individually, to rip, root, and sport a bowling ball dome. I wish to become aerodynamic. When she began to lose her hair, she was in her late 20s. And everything she knew of being a woman and being beautiful was attributed to her long, brown, mysterious hair, down to her ass, she would say. And in her late 40s, it all came crashing down. And she fought through roid rage, weight loss, weight gain, burnt skin, and all the little gifts that come with lupus. Her once thick and long mane, dyed red like a My Little Pony tail, is now empty space with patches separate like cacti. And she still divas her way through rooms. Head wrapped, head wigged, head high. Her face is still burnt, but she is only bald in private. And before I cut my hair, I remember why I grow it. And when people ask me why my hair runs wild like a savage kindergartner, I tell them, this is my mama's hair. Yeah. She grows it on my head because her head is too tired. When I handed my mother the first 15 inches of hair that grew on me but came from her, her head grew proud and remembered the long brown hair down to her ass. And although that hair I gave her is still in a Ziploc bag 3 years later in a drawer in her kitchen, she promises that one day it will be made into a wig. One day she will wear it like her own. She promises that one day she will dye it red like a My Little Ponytail. So I've done a few tours around the country and shit like that. The best thing about touring is going to cities, meeting people, meeting poets, meeting lovers of poems, and hanging out and drinking a lot and shit like that. And California weed. But the worst part, actually Honolulu weed was better. But the worst part is definitely the fucking flying. The flying, travel. So, So I had this one especially bad experience with United Air. And I have written them this poem because of that. I I am economy. I'm not first or business or even economy plus, just plain economy. The traveler next to me can't sit with her kids, even though there are plenty of empty rows. She is economy as well. The flight attendant with the plastic face and the eyebrows drawn way too high kindly reminds her that the empty rows are economy plus, and she is not plus, only plain. The difference is $30 and 5 inches. The difference is empty. We are sardines. We are lower middle class, higher lower class, middle lower class, lower class, poor ass class. Why are you even flying class? Please sit on the wing class. No, wait a minute, you belong in a pet carry case class. You have a ticket, but you still ain't cool enough to fly with us class. No, you will not get a refund. We will not give you plastic wings. Everything, however, will come with a plastic smile and eyebrows drawn way too high. So, you know, don't fly United Air. Every story has a moral. Cool, so I'm getting down to like a few more poems. A few more Guinness. I was recently in a workshop with Tim Midgess, who was a feature here like a month ago. It was actually the 24th of February. And the workshop was about writing about musicians, and it was called Writing the Song Down. It was awesome. It was a kind of workshop. Everybody around me was amazing, and it was an amazing experience. And during the workshop, one of my musical heroes died. And I wrote a poem for him. This is October 25th, 2010, written for Mr. Gregory Isaac. And the poem is called The Nurse's Final Shift, and it's written in the voice of Night Nurse, whether it be the actual nurse of the song. Even now, knowing the end will soon come, he still refuses the dock. He says, I'm his only cure, his pain's only quench. My cooler rulers, charcoal lungs are getting worse. He erupts lava from his mouth and calls it lover's rock. In his bed, he sings me with magma fluster, and it still sounds of the first time he called to me 28 years ago. Today, I remain at his side, with menthol hands, cooling volcanic chest. I satiate jaw thirst. In a whispered rattle rasp, he calls for me between coughs. Jamaica is here in South London, asking for one more song. With his last breath, he leaves me legacy. Final verse. I will always remain his night nurse. Tomorrow, you will all sing him back to me. So then we're supposed to write this thing called a bop. A bop is a form poem that uses interspersed refrains from a song. And so I wrote the bop, but it wasn't, it wasn't enough. So I had to make it into a ghazal as well, which is a form poem that uses the same word at the end of every line. But it's not supposed to seem redundant. So I think I'm the first who made this combination, so I'm taking credit for it. Doesn't got a name yet, but fuck it. And it's called Jolene. If anybody, thank you. If anyone remembers the song Jolene by Dolly Parton, covered amazingly by Mr. Jack White, this is written in the voice of actually the speaker in the song. When we were young, God's toasted us, Jolene. We were always next party, easy clothes and public sex, Jolene. I was tight skin, short skirt, and luminous future, Jolene. But all that honeymoon shit isn't practical, Jolene. It's not that we aren't in love, Jolene. Him and I are real family now, Jolene. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Our family is real now, Jolene. We're all struggle, mortgage, and holidays, Jolene. Have you seen our pink cherub-faced children, Jolene? Can you recognize his cheeky, crooked smile in their photos, Jolene? They ask for their father when he is with you, Jolene. I have to lie in order not to destroy their lives, Jolene. Their mouths may lose their wide open promise, Jolene. All you need to do is send them back to us, Jolene. Oh, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Your only newly revived adventure, Jolene. His every day became too heavy to carry, Jolene. His flesh craved the lust of plump grapes crushed under his feet, Jolene. Your auburn hair, blazed tight skin, and flawless silhouette are impossible, Jolene. Although I can't compete, you still have countless men to escapade, Jolene. You've left your mark. The next one is waiting, and I am useless without him, Jolene. Jolene. Jolene, 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 please don't take him, even though you can.